Jaime Kimmel, he made a conversation about Charles Kirk and his demise, right? He made a comment. Fairly lukewarm comment by most of the internet. I went on my right-wing side of YouTube, try to figure out what happened, and even like 2 out of 3 of them were like, "Yo, this was dragging it." This is his monologue. We can play it.
New lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years.
So he got canceled. Show got pulled off the air, packed him up, clapped him up, got him from the back, beat it in. He's off air.
By who, Omar? Who packed him up, by the way?
It was they call it Sinclair, which is the one that distributes ABC, from my understanding. But essentially, the chairman of the FCC came on a podcast and was like, "Yeah, gang, anybody pushing this information, they shouldn't be allowed online or on the airwaves. And if they are, we will start revoking people's licenses." From a creator's perspective, and we'll get into what happened just like moments before we went live. From a creator's perspective, though, I have also seen a bunch of different people, getting packed up based off of their conversations and comments about this specific thing. Specifically, making comments about the Charlie Kirk situation. Some as light as Jimmy Kimmel, some much worse than Jimmy Kimmel. Some probably just about the same, maybe worse, or maybe lighter.
There's been even a meme on Twitter where people would be like, "Yeah, I don't fuck Charlie Kirk. He should have da 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 da." And then the second line would be, I don't know, some celebrity that they want canceled, or like some athlete they want to get waived from their team.
Stupid.
I'm Kevin Durant. Like, all right.
Yeah, we're memeing the fact that basically you can get clapped like this. Thoughts and opinions.
Let me just say, I tweeted this out when I seen the Jimmy Kimmel thing happen. Tweeted this out after I think it was Mizkif who got banned or whatever it was for this stuff. That's the creator I seen. Man, it feels like I'm in a Black Mirror episode, and like I just wasn't aware of this massive figure. Like I didn't know he was this important, because the links that our government, that powerful people and entities are going to protect his legacy and his name is ridiculous. Jimmy Kimmel said nothing crazy. If anything, he was just like, Trump doesn't care enough. Like, Trump seems to be okay. Like that was it. Like, Sage, I know he cut it off like in the midst of when I tell you, he was like, yeah, I guess Trump's okay. The joke wasn't even about Charlie, and he got pulled off the air. Like, this is the I don't know if y'all seen the memorial services. I don't know if y'all going to y'all local Charlie Kirk memorial service in y'all area. I'm not going to mine's. I'll be damned. I get arrested. It's ridiculous. I just feel like I woke up in this strange parallel world where there's this Mandela effect of just something I was not privy to. The amount of people who you can go on you can look up their digital footprint and was dressing up as Trayvon Martin on Halloween, yet are crying that people are saying, yeah, I didn't even know about Charlie Kirk. It's crazy. The links people are going to get people fired, DDoSed, exposed, the threats, everything over that man is crazy.
I think this confirmed a belief that I've had about like politics for a very long time now, and I think this is the most clear-cut example of this. Conservatives and Republicans like claiming that they're the anti-cancel culture party never made sense to me, because they are only anti-cancel culture when it comes to the things that they say. They are like the whole like, oh, the left are snowflakes. Y'all are snowflakes just about different shit. Y'all are sensitive just about different shit. Because if a person on the left made a joke about Donald Trump, y'all be fucking crying. That's what we're seeing right now. Same thing with Charlie Kirk. If y'all made a joke about Charlie Kirk, not only would y'all be crying, y'all are also calling for people to get fired now. You know what I'm saying? So that whole sentiment just never made sense for me.
I do think it's interesting that like, and I had somebody tell me that this is why they kind of unlisted all their videos or privated or deleted all their videos from a channel that they're no longer on, is that we are at like the mercy of swinging left, swinging right, swinging middle, based off of the climate. Not saying that we do anything crazy on this platform, which is part of the reason why we stay fairly tame on this platform and other platforms. Not because we don't think like we don't trust in our politics and can back our politics, but ultimately, like, let's just say today we think that ketchup is the superior condiment. It might be one day where there is a government that's like, yo, you ketchup loving motherfuckers. Anybody who's ever said anything positive about ketchup, we got to get them out of here. Got to get them out of here. And they start looking for our content, and we get impacted because, you know, the ketchup, like they're out for ketchup. Like this, I think that's like the craziest shit in the world. I think that's so crazy.
Well,
I think it's crazy, and I'm not gonna lie. I didn't realize how sensitive people are being about the Charlie Kirk thing until I looked up. And to anybody that knows about him on YouTube, Josh Johnson, who he does stand up, he uploads his stand up routines. He is literally on top of everything the week it happens. Hell, 48 hours after it happens. When Trump got kaboomed at, the next 2 days, he had a set talking about what happened with Trump, making jokes, making light of it. Gang, he has not touched this Charlie Kirk thing. Outside of these entities pulling people off air and all this crazy stuff I'm seeing on Twitter, that let me know, oh, nah, this is serious. Like, people are really like scared to say anything. Like, if you go on Josh Johnson page, everything that happens in pop culture, he makes a set about and talks about it in some way, making jokes, being conscious about it, everything. I've looked a couple days ago. I looked just now when we brought this topic up. He has not said anything about Charlie Kirk.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I mean, that's why I'm even being careful with what I'm saying right now, to be honest with you. But that's also why, like, when we have these conversations about like cancel culture not being real, I just can't with the whole like it isn't real when we have situations like this, when they're at this point we have pure evidence that like the things that you do on the internet have real life consequences, whether that's Jimmy Kimmel or like getting fired over, I don't know, what you do as a teacher, or like the airlines woman that we covered on the pod. Like, there's real life consequences to this shit. I don't know.
I think the only reason why I sit in the park of like cancel culture isn't real, and we'll still see even say that. As people have noted, this is not like cancel culture. Cancel culture is a little bit different of a thing. This is just silencing. This is just suppression. You know, if we're talking about, I think that the other difference is that's like people that are individuals coming together and removing their support from somebody. Now, maybe the entity does make a move later on down the line, but for the most part, it's just, hey, we're canceling Bobby Lashley. We're not going to go to the shows anymore. We're not going to do X, Y, and Z anymore. Now, does the WWE move him? Maybe, simply because, you know, he's not. These are the reasons why people aren't going to these concerts. But it's not like people aren't watching Jimmy Kimmel because he made this comment. People didn't stop watching him because he made this comment. So that's just overreach by a governmental entity that made like a business move, which.
Well, I always viewed canceling as like an overarching thing. Like it's not just a fan thing. Like it could be done by a higher entity. Like my whole thing with cancel culture is just like you did something that people don't fuck with, whether that's a big group of people or just like a certain group of people that really matter. And if they don't like what you did, they're canceled. I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong way of looking at it.
I seen a comment asking, I wonder if Schultz talked about it.
He
He
did.
recently talked about it, but it's tied in with the Jimmy Kimmel thing. He didn't just
Right, yeah, you got to watch how these people talk about it.
Mhm.
They're not.
Yeah, they're not just. I'm pretty sure he's not just blatantly getting it off. He's probably dancing around it or tiptoeing. But just the fact that this stuff came out 2 to 4 days ago. Like his podcast, they dropped the clip 4 days ago, but it was tied in with Jimmy Kimmel. He just went on his platform and 2 days ago and dropped something. But again, tied in with Jimmy Kimmel. They aren't just. He hasn't dropped anything where it's just solo reactions to what happened to Charlie. Like even Schultz, and Schultz had Trump on the pod. So I mean, I don't know, gang. Like this shit is, it's. I don't want to sound like a pussy. This shit's scary. I'm not gonna lie. It's scary living in a world where genuinely going about my day-to-day life. I've probably seen a couple clips of this guy and just went on about my day. And you don't understand the impact someone has or how many people in your everyday life knows about a person or cares about a person's stance. The amount of people in my everyday life, the lady at the register at Food Lion, the lady getting carts at Walmart, the people serving food, whatever, the amount of people in my everyday life wearing Charlie Kirk memorabilia. The amount of people in my everyday life are having conversations on the daily about this man. It's crazy.
I just wanted to ask you: Are you more surprised about the people knowing about Charlie Kirk in general, or just like how many conservatives are around you in general?
How many conservatives are around me online and in real life? How many people agree with his ideology in my everyday life? That's what I'm surprised about.
I'm surprised you're surprised about that. I'm surprised you're surprised about that because you live in the South for what it's.
I'm talking about blacks. I'm talking about niggas.
Yeah, you live in the South.
They never came off as conservative. I'm talking about people who I've never seen them.
They did.
No, bro. My dad's a conservative. I know what conservatives look like. My dad ran as a conservative. He ran as a Republican for trying to be mayor in Indiana. Like I know what a black conservative looks like. Like I promise you, I can see the signs. There are people who I did not know held these ideologies that are black in my everyday life. Like they never gave it off. I see them, never had conversations about politics. They gave that type of thing off. Niggas ain't never wore a MAGA hat. Niggas ain't never had a thought or opinion or a comment that was like, you vote red. Nothing.
I mean, at this point, it's just like he's won twice, so I've definitely come to the terms of like, he had to have won somehow. Like someone got to be voted for him.
Well, you live in the South, gang, and I'm pretty sure he won North Carolina. I'm pretty sure your area was red. I'm pretty sure it's happened. It's just been something that's brushed off. My
area was blue during the election. My area was blue during the election.
Salisbury was blue.
My county was blue.
Still, how much red? Even if I don't even want to. Well,
no, North Carolina was red. North Carolina was red. But it wasn't. It wasn't like a wide margin. Like it was close. It was blue, but it was a close blue.
Yeah, I don't. They give it off. I just.
I agree.
It doesn't come off in everything. It might come off in media. It might come. What is Lil Nas X doing? He's tripping, right? Yeah, I mean, he in the streets naked, but he's tripping. 2 trippings. Okay, you're MAGA. It's just that simple.
Believe me. Hey, listen. You don't gotta believe me if you don't want to. When I tell you, I agree with you. I promise you. I hear the undertones. I read between the lines.
I'm not just doing too much.
For some of these people, it just wasn't there.
I tell you what. This is the way to do it. And this is why I tweeted it out. And I do want to talk about this. Ask them how they feel about Angel Reese.
You know what? You might be cooking. You might be cooking.
How they feel about Angel Reese.
You might be cooking.
You're stupid, bro.
I promise you. I was at the gym last week playing basketball. I don't even really know how we got here. I think the dude might have brought it up. He was like, "Yo, did you hear?" and was laughing about it. Didn't you hear that Angel Reese shoes only sold 2,500 pairs? And I was like, this was last week. I was like, the shoes that come out this Friday or whatever, this Thursday? What? I mean, yeah, the ones that didn't come out,
They pre-sold.
They should make Ice Age shoes instead, because she look like the sloth. Me, there it is. There it is. That's first you fell for the Instagram rage bait or the Facebook rage bait, and then you fell for this. It be in the. I when I was talking to Olay about this from Olay at first, she was like, I was like, I try not to be political in my videos, and she was like, dog, everything is political. You can never hide it. And what you Jade said, white or black? What you think? Don't worry.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah,
It's so
really
hard to.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it is hard not to be political. I ain't gonna lie. In this climate, people be wanting a place and space to get it off, and they want to know if you either confirming they bias or if you're their next target.
I don't listen to women rap. Why? They be doing too much. There it is.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's like hard to hide because the media you do consume, like it does say a lot about. Like just give me your Spotify playlist and I can tell you right now. Like for
yeah. I, as a person that is like the more like lighthearted, fun guy of content, let me say I definitely disagree with people that think nothing is political or you can avoid these things. But ultimately, I just like when we're talking about this situation, even again, I cherish life more than a lot of people and stuff. But it just in terms of like the Kimmel specifics and stuff, I just mind my own business. I didn't even know what was going on with Jimmy Kimmel or anything like that. I'm still like processing.
Coming back though.
I thought that he lost the show, then got the show, and some $6 billion. I don't know.
Well, this is the announcement pre-pod. Let me pull it up. Jimmy Kimmel and this is where it gets funky. Disney and ABC will bring the comedian back to its schedule starting Tuesday night. Last Wednesday, we made a decision to suspend. Mind you, they also didn't want to do this. Production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. It is a decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. The company said in the statement, "We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversation with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached a decision to return to the show." Now, I did also see that. I want to try to pull this down before I pull this up. Sinclair is not going to air the episodes. And that's like I guess the distribution networks or whatever the case may be. For Kimmel and us. Yeah, this is it right here. Beginning Tuesday night, Sinclair will be preempting Jimmy Kimmel Live across ABC affiliates. Yeah, this is it. Stations and replacing it with news programs. Discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential return. And
I saw something along the lines of like ABC has to choose between Jimmy Kimmel and the NFL or something. And I'm like, if that's the case, I know what they're choosing. I don't know. Maybe I got intel. I don't know, but
damn.
Yeah, but like all that just now, like for me at least, and this is where I pretty much lie with it per se. It's not a matter of like endorsing ignorance or endorsing not learning things, but like I hear all of that and I'm like, cool. Or like let's say he lost the show, me, damn. Like I don't know, I just don't get the emotional aspects of it. But I mean, maybe there's something out of there. Again, as Dama was saying, maybe he's just a way bigger figure to some people than he was to me.
I mean, you don't have to care about everything. I think that's one thing we talked about on this pod too. It's literally like impossible to care about every single thing, especially nowadays with so much news coming out. Like,
it's no way
you can't care about everything.
Topic. It's no way.
I think it translates to us though. Like that's the what's the thing that can make it for me, and not just Jimmy that's getting packed. It's everybody else too.
It's a concern there, but this is why, like me personally, had I known this information, I'd have been like, I don't think it's worth talking, or for me, not worth talking about it. Obviously, if you guys are passionate about it, get your opinions off. Who cares? But me personally, dang, that's news. It's processed information, but
can I ask?
I'm not seeing deeper meaning. I do. I just I'm not passionate enough to speak on it, gang. Sorry.